When I was administering the QRI, a mistake that I made was at the beginning during the word list. So my student was reading out loud the word list, and he was doing pretty good, and then he got to a word that he wasn't sure about. He kind of looked at it and then I guess decided to move on. And I think I got distracted trying to figure out how to record that on the page. I don't really know, but somehow my thoughts kind of started to slip, and I realized that I wasn't sure if he had read two of the words or not by the time I picked back up and noticed that he was reading again. And because the purpose of a word list is to determine what reading level to start with, I wasn't sure, to ask him to go back and read or to count them as incorrect because I thought he skipped them, but I wasn't positive that he skipped them. And so what I ended up doing was pointing back to the one before where he read and asked him just to read again. But the one before was the one that he had read incorrectly, and the second time around he read it correct. So I ultimately know that I was the one that messed up, but I wasn't really sure where to go with that. So in terms of a word list, I think ultimately a word list, the purpose of it is to determine their level. So if he was able to go back and get it correct, should I count that one correct? Is my first question. And then I guess my second question is, should I have asked him to even go back and read the ones that I thought that he skipped, or should I have just counted them as incorrect? I think if it were the reading passage, and he skipped and I know that he skipped, I would have just counted them as incorrect. But when the purpose is to determine where to start with the reading level, should we still do that, or should we give them the opportunity to go back and fix that? That was my hang up. And of course, after all was said and done, I realized it was recorded, so I could just go back and listen to the recording. But had I not recorded, then I wouldn't have that option. So it would be nice to know which direction would be better to go in the future if I were administering the QRI and it was not being recorded. So yeah, I guess my question was, two parts. If they go back and correct it after you ask them to, do you count it? And if they skip a couple words in the word list, do you ask them to go back? So hopefully you'll have some good feedback for me, and thank you for watching my video.